Alright, let's get everything up and running and live. I think we almost are. Almost are. Yeah, this is looking about right. To pop out the chat and finish doing a little setup. And then we can get going. And I will do a little bit of random monster combat before I give everyone a recap on where I'm at and maybe point at what I've been up to off stream with my couple of little recordings. But until then, we are going to go find some bears to pick some fights with, just to remind myself what I'm doing combat-wise. Mind myself of my controls and try out my new gear. Around here somewhere, I just gotta remember where are the bears hiding? I should know this considering how long I have seemingly spent wandering the hinterlands. Yeah. I spent so long here the other day and now my brain is just completely gone. I don't recognize anything. None of this is familiar. Somewhere around here. I know that at least at this bit of water there is a bear. We can go pick a fight with a bear around the water somewhere. Aren't I? Where are you at? Where have you gone? Where have all of the bears gone? Where has every single bear in this game decided to vanish to? That's the place I'm not high enough level to really deal with yet. So right around here. Anytime now. One bear, please. Just one would do. I fast traveled, I reset the spawns, I know you exist. Unless I've somehow broken the spawns by being too efficient at the video game. Hey, Tara. How you doing? Oh, there we go. There's one. Here's me thinking there we go. I knew you were around here somewhere. Right, so what's my controls? It's R2, the basics. This is to power up based on number of enemies. This gets me shield. Spam this until I fail, and that's my shield breaker. There we go, that'll do. How's everyone doing today? I may have played a bit of Dragon Age in my off time, as can be seen by the fact that last time we had 0 points available for buying access to new areas when I finished last stream, and now we have 34 because I might have gone around the starting area of the hinterlands and just done pretty much all of the generic quests that didn't seem plot relevant that I could do. Just to make the universe be like, yeah, we think fondly of the Inquisition. They ran around collecting all those doodads and thingamabobs and doohickeys. Which means that we can, on stream, once we've given people a little time to arrive, crack on with plot and go go with it. Go start finding new party members to go meet. Some of those good, interesting ones I've been waiting for. There's nothing for me to fight here. I want something I can go fight for a minute, and the place I know off the top of my head where I can go fight some decent level stuff is if I go over here. You're high enough level that you should be able to hold your own in this area. I can largely hold my own in this area. At level 8, the only thing I really can't do right now, combat-wise, is there are 2 level 12 Fade Rifts, which I'm just not quite strong enough to survive those fights to get those Fade Rifts closed. It just ain't quite happening yet. But basically everything else is fine. Like, if I'm doing one-on-one fights, I can handle stuff that's level 12. As I am about to do over here, I'm gonna... Oh, the dragon in this area. No, I'm not ready for that dragon. That level 12 dragon, I'm not ready for either. But, these, I can handle the dragonlings. These are no problem. Ooh, congrats, the BT. Well done. Beating some ass. Yeah, a couple of my characters are a little squishy right now, as you can see with, Solus catching fire and Varric dying in, like, one hit. Not too squishy, but, like, we're a little squishy still. But I can run around at least getting some alright XP off of those baby dragons. Not enough that it's worth, like, XP grinding them, but enough that, like, I can feel like I'm doing alright. But yes, I'm gonna go head back, heal up at the camp, and I will show off the couple of cutscenes I accidentally triggered, because my intention between streams was to be like, I'm gonna go do non-plot stuff off-stream, so I can be, like, a little more ready to steamroll some content in the game. But as you will see, there's a couple of times I accidentally triggered some content, such as trying to leave an area, trying to hand in some generic research materials to empty out my inventory a bit, accidentally stumbling into the game's, like, one canon trans character and being like, well, I gotta talk to them while they're here. So you know what, let's jump in, let's have a look at those little bits, because I've saved some footage so we can jump in. One sec. So whereabouts are we? Yeah, so last time we went to try and get some help from the various factions, and the Templars were like, hey, we run this place now, fuck off. And then I tried to leave post-stream to go to the Hinterlands to go do generic stuff. And upon trying to leave to go to the Hinterlands, this cutscene triggered.
If I might have a moment of your time.
Grand Enchanter Fiona?
Leader of the Mage Rebellion. Is it not dangerous for you to be here?
I heard of this gathering, and I wanted to see the fabled Herald of Andraste with my own eyes.
So yeah, we got rebuffed by the Templars.
Perhaps my people are the wiser option.
And then the mages showed up to be like, hey, if the Templars are being a dick,
the leader of the mages wasn't at the conclave.
what about the mages?
Yes. You were supposed to be, and yet somehow you avoided death.
As did the Lord Seeker, you'll note. Both of us sent negotiators in our stead in case it was a trap. I won't pretend I'm not glad to live. I lost many dear friends that day. It disgusts me to think the Templars will get away with it. I'm hoping you won't let them.
So you think the Templars are responsible?
What, the
Why
mages would blame the Templars? Who could have seen that
hardly
coming?
Seems broken up over his losses, if he's concerned about them at all. You heard him. You think he wouldn't happily kill the Divine to turn people against us? So yes, I think he did it. More than I think you did it, at any rate.
You're being far more reasonable in tone than the Templars were being, at least. Like, you're not instantly shouting at me, so maybe we can talk. Now, I don't remember what I picked here. I picked something. Will you help us?
Does that mean the mages will help us?
We are willing to discuss it with the Inquisition.
Yeah, I've not committed to any of these
Consider
paths.
this an invitation to Redcliffe. Come, meet with the mages. An alliance could help us both, after all. I hope to see you there. Au
So yeah,
revoir, my
we've
lady.
had invitations to, like, hey, maybe we go see the Templars,
Come,
maybe we go see the mages.
us
Those
return
options
to
are both on the
Haven.
table. Seems like if you pick one of them, it's probably going to put the other one not on the table a little bit, or at the very least make it a little harder work for the other. So that is one of the things I accidentally triggered. Then there was a little quest I accidentally stumbled on, and it's the only thing I think in the Hinterlands that I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna tell you about the little quest, and it's definitely not going to be important for later on. Don't worry about it. There was a person who was like, "Hey, I'm tracking these artifacts. I'm pretty sure they can like measure the breach and the rift and the fade, and I think I've got a theory that maybe if we go interact with these artifacts, maybe it will like help close the rift and maybe like, you know, stop the rift thing being a problem." And Solus was like, "I am also interested in this. I would very much like to see that artifact." So we went looking for this artifact. We eventually find it in here somewhere. And this will have no consequences for later. I don't even know why I'm showing you this one. What even could the consequences here be? Got angry with my hammer. We beat up some skeletons. Tweak the volume a little. There we go.
I believe I possess one of the artifacts of my people.
Yes.
Yes, the wards are helping to strengthen the veil. This area should be safer for
Yep,
travelers now.
helping to strengthen the veil. Strengthening the veil. Definitely strengthening it. Thank you, Solus, for helping strengthen the veil. There we go. That has now canonically been seen. You've seen that now. I wanted to go empty my pockets because I had too much stuff in my inventory, and you can't like store stuff for later. You have to go like hand over. You got to hand over some of your like valuable materials for research stuff, and then you can sell the rest. So I tried to go do that, and I accidentally triggered a cutscene, just like a itty bitty cutscene, which we'll watch in a second. Cass says, "I'm certain they're absolutely doing the thing this extremely straightforward character says they're doing." Exactly, Cass. I'm glad. I'm glad you see the very straightforward explanation of what's going on here.
Your encounter.
You heard?
My agents in a city sent word ahead, of course.
So this is referring to our
It's
slightly
a shame the
shouty
Templars have abandoned their senses
incident with the
as well as the
Templars.
capital.
We had to do something, and now we have an opportunity.
Yes, and we have the opening we need to approach the Templars
Yeah.
and the mages.
We've opened conversations
Louis.
with the Templars and the mages,
Lord
even if
Seeker
neither of
Lucius
them
is not the man I remember.
is super open.
True, he has taken the orders somewhere, but to do what? My reports have been very odd.
We must look into it. I'm certain not everyone in the Order will support the Lord Seeker.
Or the Herald could simply go to meet the mages in Redcliffe instead.
You think the Mage Rebellion is more united? It could be 10 times worse.
Yeah, but the woman thinks it's a
Or
good
you could
idea,
stop
so I
bickering and
trust
make a
it's a
decision.
good idea better than I do
I
what
agree.
you want to do,
We
ma'am.
shouldn't discount Redcliffe. The mages may be worth the risk.
They are powerful, Ambassador, but more desperate than you realize.
You think the invitation could be some kind of trap?
If some among the rebel mages were responsible for what happened at the Conclave,
The same could be said about the Templars.
True enough. Right now, I'm not certain we have enough influence to approach the Order safely.
then the
You
Inquisition
sure we got like
needs agents in
34?
more places.
We've got so much
That's
order right
something
now.
you can help with.
Influence.
In the meantime, we should consider other options. There is one other matter. Several months ago, the Grey Wardens of Ferelden vanished. I sent word to those in Orlais, but they have also disappeared. Ordinarily, I wouldn't even consider the idea they're involved in all this.
So this
but
is
the
the one
timing
quest
is
I think I haven't done
curious.
in the Hinterlands is to do with this.
Grey
Who are the Grey
Wardens.
Wardens? Tell us about
I'm
them.
not familiar with them.
They're an ancient order that has existed to fight Darkspawn invasions since the first Blights thousands of years ago. They have faded since those glory days, but haven't disappeared entirely. Ordinarily, their order is neutral in political affairs, but they appear in strange places.
That does sound odd, I agree.
The others have disregarded my suspicion, but I cannot ignore it. 2 days ago, my agents in the hinterlands heard news of a Grey Warden by the name of Blackwall.
Yeah, so
If
this
you
is
have
what we
the
haven't done in the
opportunity,
hinterlands.
Please seek him out.
So we've got
Perhaps he can
3
put my
options
mind at
currently on the
ease.
table.
And if he can't?
Then there may be more going on than we thought.
So we could go see the Templars, we could go see the mages, we could go back to the hinterlands and go find Blackwall. And then I accidentally triggered yet another, just like a little cutscene.
2 days ago,
Okay, I gotta skim ahead to the bit where the new.
Lady Match.
Here we go.
one of...
So this is me still trying to just like hand in some research materials, which I do have to hand in the room I'm about to enter. But yet another cutscene I accidentally triggered while just trying to offhand some of my
The
inventory.
Inquisition cannot remain, Ambassador. If you can't prove it was founded on Justinia's orders.
This is an inopportune time, Marquis. More of the faithful flock here each day. But allow me to introduce you to the brave soul who risked her life to slow the magic of the breach.
I look at this man, and to me he looks like the human embodiment of what I imagine the bishop in a chess set would look like as a human being.
Mistress Adar, this is Marquis Durelion, one of Divine Justinia's greatest supporters.
And the rightful owner of Haven. House Durelion lent Justinia these lands for pilgrimage. This Inquisition is not a beneficiary of this arrangement.
This is the first I've heard of Haven having an owner outside the Chantry.
My wife, Lady Machin of Denerim, has claimed to Haven by ancient treaty with the monarchs of Ferelden. We were honored to lend its use to Divine Justinia. She is
I'm fascinated by this man's mask, where the mask I don't think it's like a large teardrop cutout around the eye. I think part of the mask is, maybe it is? The way I see it is he's painted part of the mask to make it look like the area around the eye, and it confuses me greatly, because he's like painted on the bags under the eyes, like further down the cheeks than they should be. What is this? Like, he's painted... I don't think that's a real moustache. I think he's painted the moustache onto the beard, onto the mask. You fascinate me, sir.
She was a woman of supreme merit. I will not let an upstart order remain on her holy grounds.
People have been injured. You can't just turn them out onto the snow.
And who benefits if they stay?
Divine Justinia, Marquis. The Inquisition, not the Chantry, is sheltering the pilgrims who mourn her.
Why is the Chantry ignoring the faithful?
Because it remains in shock.
You're not wrong. It is definitely easier to keep tidy than a real moustache.
We face a
I
dark
see
time,
it.
Your Grace. Divine Justinia would not want her passing to divide us. She would, in fact, trust us to forge new alliances to the benefit of all, no matter how strange
Indeed.
they might seem.
A bishop befriending a knight. Befriending a rook.
I'll think on it, Lady Montillier. The Inquisition might stay in the meanwhile.
Yeah, that is definitely painted eye bag, like painted surrounding eye area.
Do the Durelians actually have a claim on this place?
His Grace's position is not so strong as he presents it. Despite our Ferelden relations, the Durelions are our legion. If the Marquis wishes to claim Haven, Empress Selene must negotiate with the Ferelden on his behalf. Her current concerns are a bit larger than minor property disputes.
You did a
I'm
real
so
good
pleased
job
the
of talking him
Marquis isn't
down
tossing
there.
us out into the cold.
His Grace is only the first of many dignitaries we must contend with.
You expect more people in Haven?
Undoubtedly. And each visitor will spread the story of the Inquisition after they depart. An
Yeah, we
ambassador
got a sweet
should
talk
ensure
on.
the tale is as complimentary as possible.
Look at you being good with words.
May I ask what brought you to work for the Inquisition?
Sister Leliana approached me. We've been acquainted for quite some time. For better or worse, being the Inquisition's diplomat has become as interesting as she promised.
What sort of dealings have you had with nobility?
For some years, I was the royally appointed court ambassador from Antiva to Orlais. The nobility of
It's a
Thedas
very
is
useful
a
person
rather
to have.
singular sphere. Those I'm not acquainted with, I know through reputation.
The Inquisition is lucky to have you as an advocate, Lady Montpellier.
Thank you for doing all of
Let us
the
hope so.
fancy
Thedas's
negotiating, so I
politics
don't have
become
to
agitated as
be
of late.
fancy.
I hope to guide us down smoother paths. But please excuse me. I've much work to do before the day is done.
So there we go. We're almost done with the accidentally triggered cutscene narrative-y type moments. We have one more thing that accidentally occurred, and I wanted to make sure we got on video, which is I left the building only to meet Krem, and I couldn't not record the first interaction with Krem because Krem's great.
Excuse me. I've got a message for the Inquisition, but I'm having a hard time getting anyone to talk to me.
Who are you, soldier?
Cremisius Aclasi with the Bulls Chargers Mercenary Company. We mostly work out of Orlais and Navarra. We've got word of some Tevinter mercenaries gathering out on the Storm Coast. My company commander, Iron Bull, offers the information free of charge. If you'd like to see what the Bulls Chargers can do for the Inquisition, meet us there and watch us work.
So we have 4 options of what to do.
What can your Bulls Chargers offer the Inquisition?
We could go meet
We're
Iron
loyal,
Bull.
we're tough, and we don't break contracts. Ask around Val Royeaux. We've got references. You lead a company yourself, right? So you know talk is cheap. Come to the Storm Coast and you can see us in action.
What should I know about your commander?
Iron Bull? He's a Canary like you. He's big, he's got the horns and all of it. He leads from the front. He pays well and he's a lot smarter than the last bastard I worked for. Best of all, he's professional. We accept contracts with whoever makes the first real offer. You're the first time he's gone out of his way to pick a side.
Why did your commander send us this information?
Iron Bull wants to work for the Inquisition. He thinks you're doing good work.
I look forward to meeting this Iron Bull.
We're the best.
I
you'll
do
find.
look forward to meeting
Come to
this
the Storm
Iron
Coast
Bull.
and you can see us in action.
So, we can go meet Iron Bull at the Storm Coast. That is an update on the bits of narrative that I accidentally caused to occur while faffing about. So, look, we could go do the Lone Warden over here. We could go, you know, make an alliance with the mages or with the Templars. I know what I want to do today. I would like to meet Iron Bull. I just want to head straight to the Storm Coast and go Iron Bull. After which, you know, maybe I'm thinking the Lone Warden. We spend as long as we can not committing to pissing off one of the 2 big factions. We'll go do some not pissing off any factions actions. Is my thinking before we commit ourselves too much one way or another.
Said she sealed the rift and stopped the demons.
We're gonna go head to the fancy table up in the Inquisition Castle. Go unlock the Storm Coast, which I think is like the next level appropriate area I probably would be heading. It's the next place that would be decently leveled, I believe. Let's summon the War Council. I believe this is what I need to do. Because once I have Iron Bull, I can kick Cassandra out of the party. Okay, Full training fit for
Did you see the message I
soldier.
sent? Yes, thank you.
Let's see. What do I want? Secrets, connections, new dialogue options related to history and the Chantry. Let's get some history knowledge for sure. Ability knowledge. Okay, yeah, I want arcane knowledge and I want underworld knowledge. What's locking them? I don't remember how we get around those locks. The Storm Coast, I think, is over here somewhere. Scout the Storm Coast. We have like 34 points, so we can definitely for 4. Okay. Lieutenant Harding led a small complement of soldiers to the Storm Coast region to investigate reports of Grey Warden activity. Sent word that her party had established a camp near the shore. Cool. Yeah, so right now we only have this lot. As you will see when I play this, I half remember a lot of things about this game. There's a lot of things I sort of half remember. And there'll be a lot of, yeah, I think this is how this works,
Your
right?
worship, for what it's worth, welcome to the Storm Coast. I would have sent word sooner, but our efforts have been delayed.
How so?
There's a group of bandits operating in the area. They know the terrain, and our small party has had trouble going up against them. Some of our soldiers went to speak with their leader. Haven't heard back, though.
I'll do what I can to find our people.
Thank you, your worship.
We'll see how the rain effects translate over Twitch's streaming bitrate.
With all this fuss, we haven't been able to conduct a proper search for the wardens either. Well, good luck, and enjoy the sea air. I hear it's good for the soul.
Okay, let's look at this map. What do we got? This is where they were sent. Captain of the Chargers. Iron Bull is offering aid. Meet at the Storm Coast. That's really nearby. Let's get this requisition officer quest just to get it off my map, even if I'm never gonna bloody do it. What do you want, requisition officer?
What is it?
This may be worthwhile.
Sure, I can maybe gather some things for you at some point. We'll pick quests up on the way just so that they're picked up. Oh, I was supposed to stay up there. I know how to follow a map. I know how to follow a basic direction and walk that way. I do keep trying to treat the walking and climbing in this as if it's like Breath of the Wild, and realizing, nope, I can't get over small hurdles. Okay, I've got to find sparkly shards. Oh, there's one. We've not met Iron Bull yet. No, we're on the way to meet Iron Bull. Don't worry, we're on the way to meet Iron Bull. Sparkle bits, where are you? Oh, I felt a rumble. Oh, how I wish for just a tiny bit more hand-holding than this offers in terms of finding the shards. Oh, no, that's the one we already found. Come on, 2 more. Oh, there's one. Yeah, let's look a little higher up. I know that's not what my default instinct was. Oh, there it is. Cool, so we've got shards on the coast. Tag properly. Yes, we met Krem. We're on our way to... There's Iron Bull. Oh. Not being so sturdy, sir. Yes, I will acknowledge this because, you know, I must acknowledge this when it comes up. You know, I love Krem as a character. I will be very complimentary of Krem and the writing of Krem here in particular. But we must acknowledge two things when we talk about Krem that, like, I don't think have to necessarily ruin the character, but worth acknowledging. A, Krem is voiced by a cis woman actress, Jennifer Hale. And specifically, it's worth bringing up Jennifer Hale's involvement because Jennifer Hale seemingly is a vaccines cause autism anti-vaxxer, which ain't great. But we're going to put those... We're going to acknowledge those things. We're going to put them in a box. I'm going to just put that box to the side for a bit. And be very complimentary of everything about Krem's writing and performance for a while. You know, those things exist, we acknowledge them. We put them in a box, they'll be there later. It's fine. That everyone? Seems to be.
Georges! Stand down! Krem! How'd we do?
5 or 6 wounded, Chief.
Wish I could tell
That's
you why
what I
so
like
many
to hear.
people are
Let the throat cutters
bonkers,
finish
but...
up, then break out the casks. Damn, it's true. Oh, the Chantry must love you.
Freddie Prinze Jr. does great
A
as Iron
Canary
Bull.
mercenary is the herald of Andraste. Who'd have thought?
Nicely done. I hear you're looking for work.
I am. Not before my drink, though.
I will talk about some other thoughts. There's one other Krem adjacent complaint that I have, and I'll talk about it when we get there. Largely, I have very
I
positive
assume you
thoughts.
remember Cremisius
That's-
Atlasi, my lieutenant.
Yeah.
See you again. Throat cutters are done,
How
Chief.
could we forget Krem? Krem's
Already?
great.
Have him check again. I don't want any of those Tevinter bastards getting away. No offense, Krem.
None taken. At least a bastard knows who his mother was. Puts him one up on you, Canary, right?
So, you've seen us fight. We're expensive, but
That
we're worth it.
that pushback is great.
And I'm sure the Inquisition can afford us.
How much is this going to cost me exactly?
Wouldn't cost you anything personally. Unless you want to buy drinks later. Your ambassador, what's her name? Josephine. We'd go through her and get the payments set up. Gold will take care of itself. Don't worry about that. All that matters is we're worth it.
I appreciate that confidence.
The Chargers seem like an excellent company.
They are, but you're not just getting the boys. You're getting me. You need a frontline bodyguard. I'm your man. Whatever it is. Demons? Dragons? The bigger the better. And there's one other thing. Might be useful. Might piss you off. Ever hear of the Ben Hasra?
I learned of the Ben Hasrath from my parents. They are the enforcers of the Kunari and the
There we go.
Slavs.
Some
Yeah,
background specific
them.
dialogue options.
Or, well, us. The Ben Hasrath are concerned about the breach. Magic out of control like that could cause trouble everywhere.
That it
I've
could.
been ordered to join the Inquisition, get close to the people in charge, and send reports on what's happening. But I also get reports from Ben Hasrath agents all over Orlais. You sign me on, I'll share them with your people.
Okay. Get away from me, spy! I like that they're clear about this. The Bull's charges do not join the Inquisition. Iron Bull is not available as a party member. The clarity is important.
you're a Kunari spy, and you just told me?
He's being open about
Whatever
it.
happened at that conclave thing, it's bad. Someone needs
He's
to
putting
look
all his
at
cards out on the
it.
table so you don't kick him out
So
later
whatever
over
I
it.
am, I'm on your side.
You still could have hidden what you are.
From something called the Inquisition. I'd have been tipped sooner or later. Better you hear it right up front from me.
What would you send home in these reports of yours?
Enough to keep my superiors happy. Nothing that'll compromise your operations. The Kunari want to know if they need to launch an invasion to stop the whole damn world from falling apart. You let me send word of what you're doing, it'll put some minds at ease. That's good for everyone.
What's in these Ben Hassrath reports you're offering to share?
Enemy movements, suspicious activity, intriguing gossip. It's a bit of everything. Alone they're not much, but if your spy master is worth a damn, she'll put him to good use.
She?
I did a little research. Plus, I've always had a weakness for redheads.
All right, you're in.
Excellent. Krem, tell the men to finish drinking on the road. The Chargers just got hired.
What about the casks, Chief? We just opened them up with axes.
Find some way to seal them. You're Tervinter, right? Drive blood back. We'll meet you back at Haven.
Oh, we got options now. Look at that. Iron Bull. Solus. Cassandra, get ready to never get invited out basically ever again. Sorry about that. You are no longer... You are now surplus to requirements, I shall put it. For now, at least. Okay, so where do we go to... Alright, what are our options? Shards on the coast, shards on the coast. Go to the rendezvous point. There's a breach, rift, shard, another rift. Camps to set up. Grey Wardens pass through the area. There are some signs to investigate. I can't remember what we have to do to go hang out and drink with Iron Bull and the crew, but at some point that is an option. Oh, we won't rush to it. Let's have a little wander, explore this new area. Have some fun with Iron Bull being around. Just to say, yeah, do I have any... I can't imagine so. Do I have any... Oh, I got 9 points to spend on you, Bull, of course. So you're... Yeah, you are leveled up to where everyone else is. Right. Let's pump some points into Vanguard because you are big and tanky and you can afford to be the focus a bit. I can go real big in on those early Vanguard points. And then put some... Mighty Blow. Cool. That'll do to start, I reckon. Yeah, there are games that have done better and worse than others at contextualizing the context of big choices. Like, the original Life is Strange always did the, it had that very dramatic pause and the only two choices and, like, everything slowed down to go, this is a big, serious consequence choice, and it had the big butterfly symbol. Like, there are certain games that are like, we want you to know, this one, there's no take-backsies, are you sure about this? Yeah, let's go do a rift. I've not done a rift in a bit. What's this rift? It's... Oh. Can I even go to this rift now? I don't know. Let's walk around the coast and get some map revealed at least so we can see.
Not as many ships as I expected.
Good to get a bit of a lay of the land of what actually is available to us here. Okay, so we could go over that way. That looks ominous. We'll leave that for a second. Oh, Dragon Mage, we've dealt with you before. Probably open up some of the camps. Like, getting fast travel locations opened up in the new area will save time. Oh, it is good to have a big heavy hitter on the team. Where's that rift? There's the rift. Ah, see it. We'll level this stuff here. Okay, level 8. Level 8 rift is manageable. I'll just spin and melt things. Steph, thank you very much for the Prime sub. Thank you for sneaking into Bezos' home and convincing him that the Herald of Andraste required taxes and sliding some coins over the table to me. Very appreciated. Yeah, Terra couldn't agree more. The very different ways that the Canary are represented across the series is one of my favourite aspects of Dragon Age. I am a big fan of, here is a bunch of different people with very different takes on religion they were born into. Is Origin still required to play this game? I'm playing this on PlayStation and it never once asked me for Origin related stuff. I don't know if PC requires Origin, but hey, here's the thing. Yaha fiddle-dee-dee sailing the 7 seas. I imagine you could probably play this without Origin. In such a hypothetical scenario. Also, I've just realised I forgot to go get a shard that was over here. What was it? It's... Where are you? Collect shard. There it is. For any of you who follow my stuff and are interested in video game accessibility related stuff, there is a whole big lengthy live stream happening tomorrow being run by Molly Evans, who does very cool accessibility content. An event called Nothing Without Us. that is going to be happening as a live stream tomorrow. And amongst all of the various 15 to 30 minute interesting little micro accessibility talks happening tomorrow, one of them is a panel that I will be hosting with Radders, the Wobbly Gamer, and Harriet Frailing about imagining the future of video game accessibility. I will pop in the chat quickly Molly's Twitch, where this will all be happening throughout tomorrow, UK time. There we go. I believe 7:50 to 8:20 p.m. UK tomorrow. My little panel's going to be going on, so that'll be cool. Okay, where do I even... I think if I start like this, we can... Then we need to... Oh, I need to never cross the lines. Right? Or just not go down a line a second time, because in theory, I think I should be able to go to... Those are those. This is that, so I want to go to... here. If it fails here... No, yeah, okay. I should be able to go to here. 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 Here? I think that's correct. Fuck. I forgot to do... I forgot one of the crossovers. I'll try this again in a second. Chris even says, does this game currently feel dated in terms of combat mechanics or philosophies? Replayed Persona 4 recently and somewhat problematic. Off the top of my head, the main thing that feels a bit, like, iffy, and we talked about this before, is, like, the trans man character being played by a cis woman is, like, not an ideal choice. But there's nothing really beyond that I would say is, like, a big misstep. It definitely... you can feel the fact that this is a decade-old game. I'm not going to pretend you can't. But I think it's held up pretty well. Right, fuck it, let me try this again. So we're going like this. I'm gonna pay better attention this time to, we need to have a line to there. So we could go like... No, that's the... This center is the place that we can't... Okay, so we gotta... How are we gonna get to the top? Okay, so what if I do like this, here, here, then we start doing No, because that would bring us to here. Oh, okay. Okay, let's start by getting the triangles out of the way, I suppose. This would sort of force us to... Okay, I'm gonna look this one up. I don't have the spatial brain for this. What do you... Is there at least, like, a name for this? Is there a name for the one I am at? Nope. Storm Coast, Astarium. I'll show you what I'm trying to do in a sec. Storm Coast Astarium. Give me a map of what order to do this. Cool. There is a map. There's a page that just tells me how to do them. Okay, that's Hinterlands. South of the camp at Redcliffe. Okay. So, I'm trying to do an astrology puzzle where I have to connect all the points as shown in the example in the bottom right. But I can't trace over a line. If I've drawn a line, I can't connect those 2 points again while trying to complete this. Alright. Okay, so start here. Go to here. Here, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, I was almost on the right track starting with the 2 triangles at the top. I just had to do the one line. Yeah, I'm trying to do it in one stroke with no retracing a line. Yeah, I think that was the one mistake, is I needed to start one extra line before I did the 2 triangles. I think that's basically the plan I had done. So 9, go to 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. I see. There we go. That's what I was trying to do. I don't have the brain for it. I gave it my best shot. I got pretty close. There we go. We got some you did good stuff in the world points. Ocularium. There's one of these to go to as well. To get more shards to run around collecting. Oh, Oh, Chris, I'm glad to hear you got to do cool stuff, helping with accessibility stuff. And again, yeah, if Fortnite is what gets the concept to stick, then hell yeah, Fortnite gets it to stick. Time to look through the creepy skull and see what we see. Oh, much easier time spotting all the shards this time. Oh, there's a landmark. This does feel like an RPG that, like, for better or worse, I think it very much tried to learn a lot of lessons from, like, Ubisoft-style open worlds and put them into a D&D style RPG. There are definitely places where you can feel some of the structure feels like it felt like it needed to do this to be a big and open game in the era in which it released, and I don't blame them. I can see all of the things that were releasing at a similar time, you know. Let's go look at that cave. This was before The Witcher 3. I think The Witcher 3 was about 2 years after this. This was 2014. I think The Witcher 3 was maybe 2016? Let's find out. The Witcher 3, yeah. 2015. I was going to say, it had to have been after this, but it had to have been before Breath of the Wild. Yeah, 2015. Because I was like, I'm pretty sure it was a Game of the Year for a lot of places, and like, this got a lot of 2014 Game of the Year. Breath of the Wild for 2016. There was a big open world game in the middle. Was The Witcher. Off we go to see what's in the cave. I've got to keep an eye on my emails because I'm expecting an important-ish email today that I need to keep an eye open for because I have to deal with it before midnight. For reasons. Yeah, it fascinates me that Dragon Age Inquisition was as loved as it was, and I say this as someone who thinks it is a very good game. But the Mass Effect Andromeda is as disliked as it is. There is a remarkable amount of overlap between the things that people don't like about Mass Effect Andromeda and the things that people do like about Dragon Age Inquisition. That there is a remarkable amount of overlap that I find very interesting. Okay. Okay, let's go get the shards and then go do the rift that's along here. We can just take a nice little walk along the coast. But yes, a lot of the complaints people fundamentally have of like, oh, you know, Mass Effect Andromeda isn't nearly as guided of an experience. There's a lot of open areas with a lot of not particularly narratively significant busy work that you sort of have to do in order to get ratings up, in order to, you know, progress the bit that you're sort of really there for. I don't think it would be fair. I don't think it would be unfair to say similar things about Inquisition. And similar to Andromeda, Inquisition, I had to pick it up a couple of times before I really clicked with it and got what it was going for. Much like I did with Andromeda. I think they have a lot more in common than they would like to admit as a pair of games.
Okay, that's badass.
Let's try not to get eaten, shall we?
How high a level are you? Okay, the giant's level 8. What level's the dragon? Oh, dragon's buggered off. Oh. Okay, you hit heavy. We'll probably take a giant out. How big of a problem could you be, son? Come on, big boy, get me up. Help a canary out, why don't you? I should probably get someone other than my tanky aggro drawing DPS to do the revival, shouldn't I? Someone who hasn't drawn aggro probably would have been the smart person to do the reviving, but... Oh yeah, you're gonna be no trouble, giant. Ooh, 400 experience. Lovely. Now, I wasn't actually here to fight you, Giant. I really didn't... you know, I wasn't here to bother you. I just wanted this little shard. It's down on the ocean front. You got a smidge in the way, but... Ooh, you know what we could do? I might... Once we get this rift done, and maybe if there's another shard near it, grab that. We might pop back to the hinterlands and go, go do the Blackwell Grey Warden thing. We could at the very least like go clear out that last thing we have hanging out in the hinterlands to do that has some narrative connection to it. Where is the rift itself? It's up there? So, no, we are not the protagonist from the first game. Basically, every Dragon Age has been like, forget about the hero of the last one, you're a new hero of the new one. The hero from the last one might show up in some way, shape, or form, but, like, don't worry about them too much. This is about you, new hero, doing new things in the world. Like, we know that the Inquisitor, my character here, will appear in the Veilguard. We know that much. What capacity they will be, who knows? But in that next game, we will be playing as Rook, entirely different protagonist. Okay, yeah, let's go get this shard on the. Let's get this shard on the coast, but then also go get the camp, because that's a fast travel point, and that's a good opportunity to head back to a new area and not have lost too much progress here. Thank you, conveniently stepping stone rock formation. Oh. There we go. There are some characters that carry forward. We currently have Varric. Let me find where Varric's hanging out. He's down here somewhere. You're running after me.
It's hard to
Yeah,
mention.
there's this guy Varric. Varric was in the previous ones, and he's in this one, and we've seen him in gameplay for the next one. There's a character called Harding who's in this one, who will be in the next one. You'll get some characters carry over, but it's generally speaking like the main character you play as, your creator character, is sort of one and done. Side characters now, they get to return. Okay, where are we heading for this? Do they ever reference their old leaders? They do indeed. And I'll say this.
That crossbow is remarkable, Varric. I am surprised the dwarves have not made more of them.
The woman who made Bianca would rather that not happen. Wars are bloody enough as it is.
Yes.
A crossbow that fires this far and this quickly, with so little training, every battle would be a massacre.
Yes.
Indeed. I am surprised, not disappointed.
Yes, so your character from Inquisition, like the one I'm playing now, my understanding is at the start of the next game, they will get you to character creator, make your, hey, who was the hero of the last game? And because they want you to make them into character creator, that sure implies that they will, like, physically show up and not just be, like, talked about, but they will probably show up in some kind of capacity where they will, you know, you could, like, have a conversation with them. Yeah, so what a thing it is to live in a world where a weapons creator was like, no, a weapon that is too fast at reloading and firing new rounds, and too easy to use is a dangerous thing I do not wish to mass produce and put into the hands of the people. A weapons creator with some, you know, moral and ethical stances around what is ethical to do in weapon creation and not just profit driven. What a thing that would be.
You want to set up camp?
Yeah, let's set up a new camp because then we can fast travel to here next time. So, I'm gonna go do a smidgen of plot by going back to the hinterlands, and let's go find Blackwell. Yeah, let's search for Blackwell in the hinterlands. Oh, I can't put the tracking dot till we actually travel there, okay. Let's go see what this guy wants. What's he up to? Now I can put my little marker there. Though I look at this, I don't think we're going to get to it this way. I think we're going to have to come around from the back and up, which would mean this might be my best fast travel point to get where I'm going. Maybe. I'm going to do a very big walk and then realize I didn't need to do a very big walk, I suspect. But we'll test it. I'm gonna follow my gut. Think I want to run past the rift here that I'm not really in a high enough level to deal with. Although I have Iron Bull now. We could try it again with Iron Bull, see if Iron Bull's more ready for a level 12 rift fight. If I go save near it, I can always restart if I am still not quite ready. Okay, so the rift is sort of this way, and then we want to go that way for the actual quest. See the rift from here, near enough. Okay, it's in sight, so let's save here. Yeah, the history of war in the last, like, 200 years really is the history of people inventing things and not thinking about the ramifications of what they'd invented. There is a hell of a lot of that. I still think I'm not quite ready for this. It's when there's two of these fire bastards in the same fight that it becomes a problem. But again, maybe with Bull, maybe we'll be okay. Well, yeah, that's the thing, is technology was advancing too fast, and there was a lot of desperation for, we need someone to give us a solution to this immediate problem, and we don't care what the consequences are beyond this moment of trying to win war. And, you know, that war then does its thing. Ooh, we might just about make it through this. I'm Bull. Go aggro for me. Go aggro so I can focus on disrupting this. Okay, let me go wake up my conscious buddies quick. The BT, if you've got a link to Jennifer Hale apologizing and saying I no longer believe that vaccines cause autism, I would love for you to send that. Very genuinely. All I have seen in the past has been, I'm sorry I said that, which don't fill me with concern. And her then getting very angry at autistic people for asking for clarity. If there, like, I would love to be proven wrong. I would love to have one fewer caveat. Like, I love Mass Effect. I would love to not have little guilty feelings about the fact that I enjoy playing as FemShap. So if you've got a link, I would love to read it. It is entirely possible I've missed something. But yeah, last I knew, I had not seen any update like that, which is why I was like, this is why I brought it up. Okay, so we did close that rift. I know I was heading to go do a specific quest, but now I realize I can probably go do the other rift closing in this area. So if I travel back here, I can heal up, close the other rift, and then I'll continue my quest I'm actually trying to do in theory. And I want to be clear that by asking for a link, I'm not in any way not believing what you've said. It's just, you know... A lot of things are confidently said in chat, and it's always useful to make sure I have seen the thing that is being discussed before going like, well, someone in chat said it was the case, so, you know. To make sure I've double-checked and seen stuff. It's not personal. Right, here is the cave for that other quest, that other rift. Let's see if I can survive this one now. I can't do this while I'm under attack. Am I under attack? Who am I under attack from? Is it that bear I ran past? Is it that one bear? Hello. No longer in combat, which means hopefully I can go save outside of this cave now and give it a trial. Okay, let's have a look. Okay, I'm not convinced that a tweet saying any updates on vaccinating kids against COVID. I'm like, I've previously seen you be a vaccine skeptic. For all I know, that tweet could mean any updates on if they're going to force my kids to have the vaccine. Slash, you know, could well be a, you know, the... Oh, no, it's just the MMR one I think called autism. I'll click on the other link, give me a sec. It's not an obvious apology. Yeah, no. So yeah, okay. I've seen the things you're posting here. She hasn't said, I no longer think that the MMR vaccine causes autism. Because, like, to read that first tweet, what she has said was, I worded my tweet sloppily and was understandably misunderstood. Monsanto is a vile company that's poisoning the planet and I loathe them. Fellow humans who happen to have autism are amazing contributions to the world and we're all one community. A bunch of autistic people responded to that going, so, to clarify, do you still think that that the MMR vaccine causes autism, and therefore you would advise against getting vaccinated for MMR because you don't want it to cause autism in your kids? And she got very defensive and wouldn't actually say that. Like, a lot of people have read this response as her going... A bunch of people read the tweet in which I seemingly said, I don't want to give my kid TISM, so I'm not giving them MMR vaccine, and got angry. So I'm going to go, no, I was just complaining about the evil Monsanto corporation, and people who are autistic are great, ... I'm not denying that I think they got it from the MMR vaccine. Yeah, can't wait. Okay, so she's not against the COVID vaccine, it seems. I will take that. She's not an entire vaccine skeptic. She is clearly pro-COVID vaccine, and maybe that is indicative, maybe it's not, of wider stances, but you can see why I'm a little cautious to go, she's definitely come around and no longer thinks... Because she also supports Autism Speaks, and has had a lot of people point out Autism Speaks ain't great, and it seems like it paints a pattern of the evil chemical company did the TISM, and we gotta treat it with the charity who aims to eradicate autism. So like, yeah, like she's, you can see why I'm like, if there is a tweet in which she clearly said, I no longer believe that vaccines cause, or the MMR vaccine causes autism, and even if I believed it did, it would still be the right thing to do to vaccinate children for MMR, because autism is not an evil thing, and it is not better that I risk my child die than, hypothetically, they might get autism, which, you know, is junk nonsense science anyway. Like, if she'd done that, I will go, cool. But until then, a lot of her responses have been like, Even if it's only the MMR vaccine she's not convinced about, I'm like... And again, as I said, we're putting this in a box, because I'm like, I don't think this means I'm going to write her off as a human being that I can't enjoy anything she's been involved in. I think it's worth, like, hey, here is a situation. It's unclear whether she still feels this way or not, but I think it is worth making people aware so they can see what it... So that, like, if this is of concern to you, you can go look at those links and draw your own conclusions, because admittedly her responses are very vague, and if you read those responses and go, to me that reads like she genuinely has come around and she is not like this anymore, cool. I'm glad that is how it reads to you. It's just... yeah... Hope that makes sense of my caution around it. I say this as someone who's like, I got to interview her once. She was absolutely delightful to interview. I can love her performances as a French chap. Oh, yeah, no, the California hippie anti-vax types. Exactly. Not all anti-vaxxers are the same kind of anti-vaxxers, but... you know, there is a shared DNA in their experience. Oh, who's fainted and where are they? Oh, is it Iron Bull over there? Let's get you back up if we can. Where are you? You're our DPS. We really need to get you up if we can. Shield up, get my boost. Yeah, once again, I cannot seem to do this one cave with all the elemental blasts coming at me. There we go. Yeah, I'll leave this one. I'll come back when I'm slightly higher level. Yeah, you'd be surprised how many anti-vaxxers you end up finding in, like... I am part of some hippie communities. I'm friends with a lot of, you know... I've got some close friends whose whole thing is like, hey, we're gonna save the animals, we're gonna do work liberating animals from animal testing sites, and some lovely vegan friends. We play all sorts of board games out in nature together, absolutely lovely, and through them, you know, meeting wider communities of hippie-adjacent people, and one of the most disappointing fucking things about COVID was realizing how many of these people who were, like, aesthetically very hippie were, when push came to shove, remarkably quite conservative and self-centered in their goals, and not, you know, peace and love and togetherness and sort of communal spirit stand together in the way that you would hope. A lot of hippies very quickly showed their colors as, well, I'm not going to mask because I'm not going to let the government tell me what to do, and I'm not going to get vaccinated because who knows what's in those vaccines, and well, I'm going to go. Did you not know I had a summer home in the Seychelles? We're going to go hang out in our summer home in the Seychelles until this all blows over. They're being a lot less strict about it over there. Like, the number of people in hippie circles who COVID, like, shook the lefty off of them, and they were like, okay, just time to stop playing all hippy-dippy lovey-dovey. It's me I've got to look for now. Yeah, it's champagne socialists. Great turn of phrase. 'Twas a lot of champagne socialists that ended up coming out of the woodwork in COVID. A lot of real conspiracy whack jobs as well. I had a really good friend who I had to stop talking to because she went like full deep end conspiracy. Like, it started with like, you know, like, I don't want to put all this poison and words I can't pronounce and stuff not from nature that's in the vaccine into my body. And it, like, escalated to the point of, like, I'm pretty sure that she's the only person I know in real life who very legitimately believed that the vaccines were imprinting people with trackable chips that the government was using to track people and was going to use to, insert conspiratorial aims. And I tried so fucking hard to talk her down and to talk through her concerns and to talk her back off of the BT. Yeah, she had a phone, and like, yeah, look, you can point out as many logical things right now as you want to point out of why what she believed was stupid. Trust me, I talked through those thoughts. She was way too far gone, way too quickly for any of that to be reassuring to her. Like, I posted on Facebook about, like, joining a, like, I was part of a vaccine trial. Like, I willingly got myself injected with COVID vaccines that weren't yet approved for the general public because I wanted to be a part of helping science and, like, helping make sure that these things, that scientists could get the data they needed to check for safety to be able to vaccinate everyone. So I was like, yeah, fucking vaccinate me with your reasonably well-tested but not finished being tested vaccine, and, you know, let me help science. And I posted saying I was doing this. I got, like, the most fucking deranged thousands of words set of messages from this friend going like, well, don't come crying to me when you start, like, growing extra limbs because you know, trusted the government more than you trusted, you know, your friends and family, and, like, really fucking off the deep end shit. I tried talking her down, and there was a few times I thought we'd made progress, and I thought we'd gotten there, and then next thing you know, it's flared all back up, and she's back to fucking square one. It was real disappointing, and, like, I wish none of the other people I knew were quite as bad, but hers was not the only story I knew of someone, like, from a sort of lefty hippie circle going completely, like, right-wing conspiracy nuts over COVID shit. Like, oh, the stay-at-home orders are a plan so that they can get us used to totalitarian government rule. You know, I'm gonna go outside and see my friends and not pay attention to the stay-at-home order because the stay-at-home order purely exists to be a training ground for seeing how much they can convince us to put up with totalitarianism going forward. You know, like, it was rough. It was rough to lose a person. Like, this is someone I was close enough to that, like, when she was in hospital for surgery, like, I went and spent several days, you know, looking after her, keeping her safe in hospital, like good friends. Yeah. It is what it is. But yes, point being, a lot of hippie types lost a lot of their hippiness. When it came time to put into practice, we're all connected, we're all sort of one big family, and Sometimes you gotta do things for the good of everyone as an interconnected system, not just for your own benefit. A lot of the we did some mushrooms and I feel connected to the universe crowd just did not put that into practice when they had an opportunity to.
Not us.
Anyway, we found Blackwall.
Remember how
So I'm
to
gonna
carry
turn
your
my fan
shield.
on.
You're not hiding, you're holding. Otherwise, it's useless.
Blackwall? Warden Blackwall?
You're not. How do you know my name?
Also, I have something fun to show you in a moment. Chat.
That's it. Help or get out. We're dealing with these idiots first. Conscripts, here they come.
Look what I have in the office. A full-size wearable Mighty Morphin Power Rangers era Pink Ranger helmet that may or may not be part of a costume I am putting together for something in the near future. I may or may not be pairing it with a Pink Ranger morpher. I'm putting a thing together at the moment, and it's gonna be fun. Maybe at some point in the future I will do a stream with the Ranger helmet on and just not acknowledge it. The BT, it's barely wearable for me. My ears are the problem. I have to put the back half of the helmet on, and then physically push my ears backwards into the back half of the helmet, and then lower the front down. And I had to take out the insert in it to make it wearable. But I got there. But, yes, at some point, maybe I do a stream in the Ranger... full Ranger outfit, just don't acknowledge it. Like, not even for a Power Ranger-related video game, I just come on stream, say nothing. Be like, hello, me, Laura here. How are you all doing? We'll see in a second. I might pop it on and see how viewable my work monitor is. Time out anyone who reacts to it. No. We would have to arrange it in advance.
Good work, conscripts.
On the previous stream, I would tell people, when I wear that Pink Ranger helmet, if anyone says anything about it, you just in chat go, shh.
Take back what they stole.
And
Go back to your
why are we
families.
shushing?
You saved yourselves.
Just someone new pops up in chat and goes, cool Pink Ranger helmet, and just everyone in chat's like, shh.
You're no farmer. Why do you know my name? Who are you?
I know your name because I'm an agent of the Inquisition. I'm investigating whether the disappearance of Wardens has anything to do with the murder of the Divine.
Maker's balls. The Wardens and the Divine. That can't... No, you're asking so you don't really know. First off, I didn't know they disappeared. But we do that, right? No more blight, job done. Wardens are the first thing forgotten. But one thing I'll tell you, no Warden killed the Divine. Our purpose isn't political.
Hey, I hadn't accused you of shit yet.
I'm not here to accuse. Not yet. I just need information. I've only found you. Where are the rest?
I haven't seen any Wardens for months. I travel alone, recruiting. Not much interest because the Archdemon is a decade dead, and no need to conscript because there's no blight coming. Treaties give Wardens the right to take what we need, who we need. These idiots forced this fight, so I conscripted their victims. They had to do what I said, so I told them to stand. Next time they won't need me. Grey Wardens can inspire. Make you better than you think you are.
Oh, what's next for us? No.
I wasn't aware Grey Wardens could take whatever they want.
It's complicated. If there's a blight, everyone has to help the effort to fight it. The treaties are ancient. Outside of blights, it's as binding as a clever tongue can make it.
Do you have any idea where the other Wardens could have gone?
Somewhere at the
Is
Storm
there a
Coast, I
return to our
believe.
stronghold at Weishaupt? That's in the Underfels, a long way north. I don't really know. Can't imagine why they'd all disappear at once, let alone where they'd disappear to.
Why haven't you gone missing like the rest of them?
Well, maybe I was going to. Or maybe there's a new directive, but a runner got lost or something. My job was to recruit on my own. Plan to stay that way for months. Years.
It's been a pleasure, Warden Blackwall, but this didn't help at all.
Inquisition. Agent, did you say? Hold a moment. The Divine is dead and the sky is torn. Events like these, thinking we're absent is almost as bad as thinking we're involved.
You gonna come help?
If you're trying to put things right, maybe you need a warden. Maybe you need me.
Yeah, come join.
The Inquisition accepts your offer.
Good to hear. We both need to know what's going on. And perhaps I've been keeping to myself.
Yeah!
This warden
Recruitment.
was with the Inquisition.
Terra? Hell yeah. It can be very, very beneficial to... It can be a real relief to go, I have a disability, it is okay to accept accommodations. It can be a powerful thing. I'm glad that is a thing that you felt able to do and that had a positive impact for you. Okay. So, I'm going to try that helmet on because I'm curious, A, how much I'm going to be able to see out of it if I wear it on stream, and B, how much are you going to be able to hear me? How much is it going to muffle my, how much is it going to muffle my speaking voice? So, one sec. You're going to get to see how much of a faff it is for me to get this thing on. So, prepare for... All hair goes backwards to the back. Haha, let's see if I can do this now that there's people watching. The big thing I must do is I must get the ears in. So the ears, back. We've got to do the hair again. It's hair back, ears into the back. The ears that are the problem, and then we back. There we go. There we go. Now, is this actually audible enough to hear? Can I in any way be understood? Or am I sounding terribly muffled? I imagine terribly muffled. I can see, though. I can definitely read chat. You're fine. Okay. In my head, I sound like I'm talking through a fan. I sound very robotic, but that's just because I sound a bit stuffy. Yeah, it's reverberating inside the helmet a lot. Yeah, that's it. It's mainly getting the ears in, because once I've got the ears in, it's fine. It sounds like I'm in a bathroom, but otherwise okay. Yeah, that's about right. Do you own one of those actor wig socks? Yes, I do have a hairnet thing. And for actually using it, I'd probably pair it with like a balaclava or something just to hold the hair in place, but also to hold the ears back. It's not that bad heat-wise. It's mainly just because the hinge is like right on top of the ear. It's making sure that the back of the ear ends up in the back half of the helmet, and that it stays there long enough for the hinge to shut. Once it's on, it's surprisingly okay. This is where I gotta sort my hair out now. Ugh. Yes, because the other problem is the hair getting stuck in the hinge and not going far enough back, which is why I need the thin layer of balaclava to sort of hold it all into place. But yeah, at some point we might do a stream where I just wear the helmet and we never acknowledge it and we see how that stream goes. Okay, we have a landmark to discover. Okay, let's have a look. Ooh, heck. Welcome everyone, welcome raiders. Hi, my name's Laura, I'm a variety streamer here on Twitch. This sure is a lot of you who've joined, and welcome everyone who's just come over from the, I think it was Nerdcubed stream, I think is what I saw before all of the chat messages happened. We are currently playing Dragon Age Inquisition. We're fairly early on in the game. We're playing as a big lady with cool horns. We've got a cool glowy hand. It makes interdimensional rifts shut. Maybe that makes us a religious figure. Who knows? We gotta go fight monsters and close some rifts. How is everyone doing? You've just missed the portion of the stream where I have been trying to wedge my head into a Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Pink Ranger helmet. So you missed the portion of the stream that was me trying to fit my ears inside a helmet. Whether that's good or not, who knows? Maybe that would have been the thing to sell you all on watching more of my streams. But also, name's unoriginal. Thank you very much for the gift sub. Thank you. Alright, what am I looking for? I'm looking for this thing that's going to help me find some mysterious crystals. Oh, where are the sparkles? Cliff sparkles. To Samantha Price, thank you very much for the Prime sub. Thank you very much for sneaking into Jeff Bezos' home and going, Bezos, hide yourself quickly, the tax men are coming. And while he was distracted, stealing some pennies and sliding them over the table to me. It's very appreciated. Hello, the Mixie Council. Long time no see indeed. How are you? Hey, where's this last little sparkly thing they want me to find? That it? Haha, done. Correct. Kipper Flipper, a lot of people end up not completing this game. We talked about this before. For all the positives I think this game has, it has a lot of big areas full of, here is a lot of things to tick off the list, not all of which are going to be narratively significant. It's an easy game to get burned out on. I don't blame anyone who has a little bit of burnout and doesn't necessarily finish playing. Yeah, we are currently running around doing very much that exact thing. Running around collecting collectible-y things because the map tells us they are there, and we must go get them. Imagine the Final Fantasy VII Rebirth problem, but maybe like 20 times worse. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. I would say Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, like, every new area you went to, at the very least, had a new unique gimmick that you were exploring throughout the area. A lot of areas in Inquisition are sort of, here is another area where you collect the shards, close the rifts, find the astrology puzzles. It is one of the reasons I am excited that they've said the next one, Velgard, is going to be a bit, just like a little bit more linear, a little bit more guided. I'm like, cool. A little less, maybe a little less prone to burnout. What's this quest here? We're looking for signs of the Wardens. Oh yes, some Grey Wardens went missing around here, and we're looking for them. Names Unoriginal says, I've played Remake, and it's a bit worrying to hear that about Rebirth. So here's the thing. I fucking love Rebirth, but it's not going to be for everyone. If you've not played Rebirth, every one of its big areas has a couple of things that are, like, the same no matter where you go, and they're not strictly necessary, and they're like, go do the map towers, go do this and that. But I would argue each area has, like, a very unique gimmick of its own. Be it, here is Chocobo Racing, here's weird top-down RTS that you do in this area, here's a Team Rocket nonsense in this area. They all have something very unique, but it is a game with, like, a billion times more things you could be doing in it, and a lot less linear. And, again, I don't blame anyone who plays through Rebirth and goes, this is a bit much, I would like it to be finished now. I'm like, yeah, I can see it. Here's Fall Guys with Frogs. There is indeed Fall Guys with Frogs. There's Rocket League, but dogs. That's the one I always point to go. If you want to get a sense of what Final Fantasy VII Rebirth is like, it has Rocket League with dogs. A feature that game never needed, but that once you hear it's in the game, you're like, how did I ever live not knowing Rocket League with dogs was an option? Without knowing Rocket League with dogs was an option? There's Guitar Hero but piano. There's F-Zero style shooter. There's a lot. Anyway, what are we looking for? We're looking for signs of the Wardens. We got a pretty big circle to explore here. Ooh, I see people and supplies. That sounds like signs of the Warden to me. Yeah, it depends what your tolerance for, like, ADHD'd, why does this game have so many modes in it is. I personally love it. I am willing to spend 130 hours going and doing every Queensguard card game to unlock the very Pegasus from Yu-Gi-Oh! Style Millennium, like, God Cards fucking card game plot. Yeah, the card game in particular, I would love a standalone version of Queen's Blood. Queen's Blood is great. Sophic, thank you very much for the bits. Before I go to bed, have my spare bits from Dan's 10-hour stream. Goodness gracious. Glad to see the kick-ass hair is still kicking. It is indeed. You at least saw it in the bit where I wasn't wedging it under a plastic helmet. Oh yeah, there's Rock'em Sock'em Robots. Yeah, chat, remind me, is there any other mini-games I've forgotten to vaguely describe? Because I'm sure there's more of them I'm not thinking about. There's the shooting gallery. Oh, there's the, like, military marching band minigame. I don't believe it has golf. It has... What else has it got? It's got segways to ride. It's got... a minigame of the Gambit system from Final Fantasy XII. It's got stuff. Okay, where have I... Okay, so I need to, like... I need to put a pin back here, because I've not been to, like, this end of the thing. There's like a tower defense. There is a two-sided RTS. Oh, the gliding minigame. There's a glide through the hoops minigame. I want to get up there, I think, don't I? Yeah, there's Queen's Blood, the card game. Queen's Blood is great. Queen's Blood is technically, it's like a deck-building card game, but it's much more about, like, lane control in the way that something like, Marvel Snap is. Your cards determine... It's almost weirdly kind of like Yu-Gi-Oh's Link summon system, where the cards you place down will essentially, like, create more abilities for you to play more cards in zones they point to. And that is your system of, like, making spaces have enough links point to them that you can summon your bigger creatures to them, and you're trying to have, like, priority board control. Oh, the story 100% is like a Gen 1 Yu-Gi-Oh parody. It is Pegasus created the god cards and then went, oh god, what have I done? I've awoken an ancient evil from ancient Egypt. Please, won't you forgive me for creating the god cards? Like, it's that whole Pegasus arc. Where are these signs of the Warden? I hate these ones where they just give me a big circle and they're like, it's somewhere in the circle, you'll find it. Like, no, game, I don't want to find it. I want you to tell me where it is. Particularly in an area that's got all these hills. I'm like, if it wasn't raining and covered in hills, and I could just methodically walk the circle, I'd be fine. But this game's climbing system is not built for me to just quickly check on top of a hill. Oh, as a big Season 1 Yu-Gi-Oh lover, I was very pleased with how Queen's Blood captured that energy. Although I'm a Yu-Gi-Oh apologist, I love anything Yu-Gi-Oh. You know, I'm one of those sickos that actually quite enjoys the Waking the Dragon arc and thinks that it's genuinely pretty cool. You know, I thought that the Eye of Timaeus, the Fang of Critias, the Claw of Hermos were pretty cool cards that did absolutely fucking bonkers nonsense mechanics that were the most plot armor that show ever got, but you can't tell me it wasn't fun plot armor. Pegasus became less of a direct antagonist as time went on. He became willing to be useful on occasion. You know, once enough end-of-the-world threats started to happen, he was like, maybe I've been a little bit of a dick. You know, trying to steal people's souls purely for personal gain. Oh, do I have my thing here? I have a stupid prop that might be in this office. If it is, it's not to hand. I have the Millennium Puzzle from Season 1, like, original Yu-Gi-Oh! But it was a puzzle kit that came as a bunch of pieces with no instructions, like the puzzle in the show. And it was like one of those Gundam model kits. But the whole point was here's a Millennium Puzzle kit, work out how to make it. Names Unoriginal says, I got into the card game due to the anime and was so confused finding out the anime just broke the rules half the time. I mean, that's underestimating it. It was more than half the time they just broke the rules. Because the thing is, that show started being created before they had really firmed down some of the rules of the card game, and it shows. Yeah, I used to be very into Yu-Gi-Oh! I played at a semi-competitive level in, like, 2004 to 2006. In your, like, immediately around the Synchro era coming in kind of era. And then dropped out for the longest time. I know enough now to, like, you know, I could confidently explain what a Link summon is. Have I ever done one? Yeah. I understand an XZ summon, and that you don't call it an XYZ, even though XYZ Dragon Catapult Cannon was a card, and that would make me think that it would be pronounced XYZ, but no, it's XZ. Ooh, new Yu-Gi-Oh! Model kits. Nice. Well, I'm just gonna have to Google where this Sign of the Warden is in here somewhere. I've got a bit of experience with a few of the card games at this point. Like, Yu-Gi-Oh! Was always my big one. But, funnily enough, Pokemon is the one that is, like, I would argue done the best job of avoiding feature creep. I went to the the Pokemon World Championships a few years ago, and, like, that game is still fundamentally the same game as it was, like, 15 years ago. There's very few new rules you have to explain to someone who hasn't played in, like, 15 years for the Pokemon TCG, and that's pretty impressive. My wife was always a Magic the Gathering person, so I learnt Magic the Gathering through her. Where is the sign of the Warden? Where you at, Wardens?
So, who do you think is the toughest,
when
Josephine, Liliana, or Cassandra?
The map bit flashes.
Curly? They just keep him around to look pretty.
Oh, when it does this, I need to... Oh, that's when I need to do this. Okay. Thank you, chat. I don't know why that took me... Why I... Oh, there. Why my brain apparently was incapable of remembering that that's what was going on. I pray we have more luck as we head south. Told the fishermen about the dark spawn we sense beneath the earth. They may not burst forth in the ground today or tomorrow, but I fear it won't be long. They're heading west for the hill to be safe. Fisherman was interested in joining. Now was not the time. He's too young to make that sacrifice. Cool, okay.
Here at some point.
This camp was abandoned some time ago.
There we go. Yes, the reason I couldn't find the thing is because the thing didn't exist on the map until I pinged it and made it an interactable. That would be why. I understand what we're doing now. I'm here, bear. Don't stand halfway up a hill where I can't hit you. Oh, hey, Arevia, how you doing? I'm doing pretty well. I have had a long week, but the accessibility episode that went up today was well received, which is good, because it was a big, complicated topic with a lot of nuance to it. I'm having a good time. I'm having a good time with this. We're running around, doing adventures. I've got this big man with cool horns that's hanging out with me. Yeah, we're having a good one. How's your holiday been, Arevia? You been having a good break from work? How do I do this? Okay, I'd have to go around a hill to get to that. So let's go this way for now. I've seen way too many people in the family, but it's nice. Don't get to see them all that often. That's good to hear. I'm glad it's been good so far. It seems like TwitchCon went well, which is cool. I'm glad that seemed to go well. Thank you for popping along, Tessa. Have a good evening. Right, Long River. Down we go. Oh, I have another costume I've been starting to put together. That I don't know if I'll have a good opportunity to wear on stream, but we might do for some shiny hunting streams at some point in the future. I've been putting together a costume of Penny from Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, who you might remember as the person with the very big Eevee backpack, and the blue and red hair, and the team full of Eevees, and the big hoodie. I might be putting a Penny costume together for some point in the future. Bing bing pow. Have a good rest of your day. Thank you for popping along. I'm putting a few together for various purposes. I'm putting one together I have a good excuse to wear on stream. I'm putting together a Tears of the Kingdom Zelda costume, complete with Decayed Master Sword, necklace with the tear, one of the Tears of the Kingdom on it. And I might well wear that on stream when we do the Echoes of Wisdom streams when that game comes out. Might do some Zelda cosplay while playing the Zelda where you play as Zelda. Right, somewhere around here it's gonna... There they are. We searched the area, no sign. If he was here, it was some time ago. The fishermen are friendly. They shared what they had with us. They even deferred to me once they saw that I commanded the other wardens. There are a few, even in Ferelden, who would watch an elf command men without pause. They're friendly folk. Okay, so they were here as well. Aravia, of course we can have a Zelda-themed podcast episode in cosplay together. You have your Zelda dress? Let me find the design I am doing. Let me find a quick image of the outfit I'm putting together. Come on, internet. Okay, this is not a good image, but the, no, come on. Give me an image that is a JPEG. One JPEG, internet, please. This version of Zelda's outfit from Tears of the Kingdom is the one I'm putting together, so, yeah, I am up for a Control-Alt-Access episode where we are both in Zelda cosplay. I think that is very doable. I think we should definitely do that. Yeah, focus on me play. I am indeed doing at some point doing a Zelda cosplay, possibly for Echoes of Wisdom on stream. Alright, what's around here? Oh, we walked past a shard. We should probably get the shard. But yes, I'm putting that together. Penny and Mighty Morphin Era Pink Power Ranger at the moment are the costumes that are currently in my rotation of ones I'm putting together. And as we discovered, the Pink Ranger mask, I can still just about be understood while streaming in. Okay, let's head this way. Having a train conductor Link outfit from Spirit Tracks would be cool. Oh, it would. Oh, I might need to do that now. I might need to do that. I could be Spirit Tracks Link with the little conductor hat. Oh my god. Someone must sell that hat. I can't imagine it would be that hard to find that hat for sale. How long... Let me Google. How long will it take me to find train... Link Spirit Tracks hat. And then we pop the word Etsy in... No, doesn't seem like anyone has a little train conductor hat. I might actually have to produce my own little train conductor hat. Right. Still no trace of him. I feel the darkspawn in the ground. Could he be lurking close to them? Preparing to die with honor? I doubt it, but he's the only lead we have. I saw bandits harassing the fishermen. We intervened. They thanked us. My dreams continue, as they do every night. They make it hard for us to sleep.
This belonged to the wardens.
We've got one left to find, which is... That's shards. There's that one up there. Can I find my way to this camp? That would be a good progression point. Ooh, for anyone watching the stream today who's a Dice Funk listener, we recorded the final Wet and Dry Team Dice Funk episodes for this season this week. We still have some combined team episodes to do, but the Wet and Dry specific arcs of Dice Funk have been recorded now. They have come to their conclusions, and that means that Season 11 is drawing very close to being done recording. Okay, can I work out how to get to this Wardens of the Coast point? I'll let go down here and loop up, or do I want to go from the top and take a different path? Let's try heading for here. Let's see where this gets us. Well, Cookie Wyvern, we're recording very far ahead of ourselves. I don't know what's currently happening in Dice Funk. I lost track of what has currently released, but I think we have done 16 wet episodes, 16 dry episodes, and I'm gonna guess 4 downtime, so like we've recorded, I think, 36 episodes so far. Just finished the tournament arc. I don't know what episode number that is, but that's at least a couple of arcs behind where we currently... I feel like tournament arc is like 2nd, maybe 3rd arc? No, it's gonna be 2nd. It's gonna be 2nd arc, I think. No. Yeah, 3rd arc. 3rd arc, okay. So I think you've got at least 2 dry and 2 wet arcs to go. So we're about 2 arcs ahead. Well, I mean, some of them are longer than others. We've had a couple of... There's a couple of 4-episode arcs rather than 3-episode arcs.
Ah, these are the types of fights I love.
Really?
Every day back in Saharan, I waited for a dagger in the back. Is that civilian secretly working for the Vince? Or is she just scared because she's caught between us and them? Here, the bad guys practically have signs. It's so much easier.
Well, it is simpler, I'll give you that.
Okay, where are we currently? I want to make it to here, but I think I need to head up. On top of that big cliff, yeah. Can I go far enough along here to get onto the top of that, or do I need to come from that side over there? Only one way to find out. Let's commit. Let's explore and see what we find. Wyvern, I entirely understand that. I have certain podcasts that I need, like, certain setting to listen to. Like, I fell behind on Welcome to Night Vale for the longest time, because that used to be my walking to or from work podcast. It was the, like, it's either 5 a.m. or 2 a.m., and I've got an hour's walk in the dark alone to get to or from work. Was, like, the correct placement for that podcast in my life, and then when I started working from home, I didn't really have that podcast opportunity. Welcome, Raiders! Hello, everyone! My name's Laura. I'm a variety streamer here on Twitch. We are currently playing some Dragon Age Inquisition. But yes, to Cookie Wyvern, totally understand. I had to find a new setting in which to listen to that podcast. For me, it was swimming. Swimming was enough of a liminal space that I could get back to listen to that podcast. Terra says, at this point, Barbella can do anything, and I'll be like, no, don't blame her, she's baby. Well, that's mighty good of you. I hope you continue to feel that way long term. I'm pretty sure... I'm pretty sure... Like, the thing you could most fairly criticize her for has already happened at this point in the season, so, like, it's probably fine. You can probably support Barbella. If a side character is in more stories than the main characters, are they then the main characters? Maybe? How's Dragon Age Inquisition going so far? It's pretty early. Did absolutely everything scouring the hinterlands, because, of course. We have Iron Bull in the party now. Iron Bull's cool. We haven't yet pissed off either the mages or the Templars. We've yet to commit to who we're going to go interact with. Corporal and Guarderearth in the YouTube chat says, so excited to see this. Getting into Dragon Age now, just a bit before Veilguard was announced. Now's the time. You've got time to get into it. I will be streaming all the way through this over the coming weeks, Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays, from 10 p.m. UK-ish for like 2 to 3 hours. I will be doing a lot of the grinding and like not narratively significant quests off stream, so that when we're on stream we can do a reasonable amount of narrative stuff.
Feel another of the elven artifacts.
Look, the hinterlands are fine when you know what you're getting into, and you know that they're not the whole game, and you don't let yourself get burned out entirely on them straight away. Oh. I realize this is like a level 12 rift. Am I ready for this? I don't know. This one actually doesn't seem that bad. Oh yeah, it's not summoning any of those big, terrible creatures that keep fucking me up in the other level 12. Nobody bother me while I'm closing the rift. Yeah, it's the lava spitting and ice blowing things that are screwing me over in that other rift. Yeah, there are some ice. The ice ones aren't so bad by themselves. It's when they're with the lava golems and the ice demons at the same time that it gets a bit of a faff. Hurrah! Nearly a level up. More influence. This is not the place I was trying to get to, but that's the way of a good open world. Even if you don't find the place you were looking for, you still find it somewhere. Ooh, I'm level 9. I might be able to equip new gear in a second. There's only so many places the shards in this cave could be. Imagine they're all going to take me like 30 seconds to go pick up. Ooh, haha, landmark. Where's that last shard in this cave? Further out. Here? Yeah, Terra, like, I haven't played this in a long time. I think I'm doing alright at remembering stuff. You know, thus far, we got as far as, like, I sort of generally have been remembering bits. Okay, so I'm going to try going to the quest map, and I want to get to here. I think the easiest way to do it is going to be... I think there is a road here I should be following. So I probably want to come back to... Oh. End up going back to the... where was there a camp around here? There's a camp here, but I don't think I can... You know what? We'll go back to the starting camp and just give it one more wander. Give it a little sprint. Because I don't know how to get backwards over that big mountain range I came over, and I should probably work out the correct way to traverse that. And the easiest way to do it is to just do the intended walk again.
The waking sea. Somewhere across all that water is Kirkwall.
Yeah, so I saw some people getting excited because, I think it's San Diego Comic-Con coming up, that, most of the Dragon Age Veilguard voice actors, for the main, new companion characters, almost all of them will be there, at Comic-Con, which means that will be confirmation of who the voice actors for most of the companions are going to be. Now, I say this, I believe there is one exception. I think Tarsh's voice actor won't be there, so that will be the only companion whose voice actor won't yet be known at that point. But yes, it means people are going to be able to start putting, imagining voices for all of the characters they want to do smooching on. Okay, so my thought is, I think I need to just, like, turn left here. Ish. Let's have a look. If I went this way, where would that take me? That would take me... Not quite where I want to be. I want to go more... I do want to go more this way. Okay, so this is roughly where I think the junction is. I think I should just be able to go pretty much in a straight line now. Ish, and hopefully get where I'm going. I'm gonna be up that cliff. Is there a path up there? Let's find out. Get up that way. Oh, what I wouldn't give for some yellow paint to tell me what I can and can't climb up right now. Oh, how I would appreciate you, hated yellow paint on ledges and surfaces. Where is your guiding hand now that I require? Give me that which I desire, some guidance. Paint the ledges yellow so I know where to go. Inquisition, what is a climbable surface and what is not? You mean the woke paint? Yes, I want woke paint, Echo. Woke it up for me. I don't think this is an intended path, but I'm pretty sure if I hop enough, I can get up this way. Give me some diversity and inclusion, diversity, equity, and inclusion paint. Give me the DEI paints. Fuck, fuck. Solus, you're up there. Fuck. Solus, I'm gonna run up here as you and hope that everyone magically teleports to join you. Haha, Solus, you're finally good for something. Thanks, Solus. You're a buddy. You're a pal. I can trust you implicitly. Oh. It's another one of these. Okay, so let's say start here. To here. To here. To here. To here. The end would have to be like to here and to no, I missed the things. You know what? I have no shame. I'm looking up how we do this. Give me a paint by numbers, what's the order game. What am I looking at? This one. Cool, where do I start? Paint by numbers, tell me. Okay, so I gotta start in the, like... Is this the sort of nexus point? I think it is. So we start 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11 is... Does look right so far? Maybe. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 4, 5, 26, 7, 8, 9. Oh, and then 30. This is the thing that confuses me, is when there's like sparkles that aren't actually ones I need to connect to the thing. It makes it really hard to tell if I've connected all the things properly. It's fine, we did it. We're out. We did paint by numbers. Everything is acceptable again. Warden to the coast. The quest I was actually here for. Oh, Echo, to answer your question about what those constellation things even do apart from being really annoying and everywhere, they get you generic points towards you've done lots of things and therefore can do progression. They get you progression points. I mean, there's a tent here. I imagine the thing we're looking for is probably near the tent. They unlock hidden areas. Okay. I was like, they do something. I love when things give you nebulous points. Okay, I grow more convinced that if he was ever here, he's long gone now. I do not wish for us to miss him through laziness. He was one of our most skilled warriors. There's a fisherman that shows promise. He wants to join us. I seek new recruits. The Darkspawn are louder than I thought at first. The constant whisper at the back of my mind makes it difficult to sense them as easily as they usually do. They're near the surface.
Wardens must have moved on. They're searching for someone.
On Warden business, maybe? Secret missions or whatever it is they get up to when there's no blight.
Whoever the Wardens are seeking, he's led them away from here.
Okay. I'm probably not going to stream too much later than the midnight UK tonight, because it's very warm in my office. And you know what would go down a real treat right about now, and is an option that I can go enjoy when the stream is over? I have a Cola Calippo in the freezer that, oh, would go down a treat right now. Just frozen cola syrup. Would hit the spot real good. Oh, aha. When the summer arrives, we usually keep some of them in the freezer just to nice sweet treat to cool down. We have a little bit of Calippo-based nonsense in this house. At some point, when with the first, I think it was the first year that me and Jane moved into our current place, we had a box of just assorted flavor Calippos. We hadn't been living together that long. And Jane was like, oh yeah, you want a Calippo? Or what flavor? And I was like, oh, I don't mind, whatever one comes out the box. And I don't know why it was said this way, but Jane said a phrase that has stuck with us for years, which was, on this day, the state has mandated you orange. And now whenever there is, you're not certain what flavor of Calippo in the house you wish for, you're like, I'll let the state decide. And just one will get randomly pulled out the freezer and you'll be told, on this day, the state has awarded you blank. That is, I can't make up my mind. Allow the state to decide my Calippo flavor on this day. One of the few things I will trust the nebulous state to deal with. Okay, what was this over here? This was shards on the coast. Yeah, that's fine. We can go do shards on the coast.
Nothing to report, sir.
Nothing to report. Oh, one sec. I've got to maybe send this thing off that I was waiting for some... I was hoping either of the people who were going to send me a thing would send me the thing, but they have not sent me the thing, so I'm going to have to finish a form very quickly, because it's a few minutes until a deadline for sending a thing in. Forgive me while I spend a moment doing a form while on stream. There we go. Yes, I had a form to fill in, and I was hoping some people could help me with some information for the form. And a couple of people had said yes and then not done it, and that's fine. But I was about to ADHD out and completely forget to send the form entirely, because the form needed sending before midnight. And I almost, in waiting for those things, almost forgot to send the form itself. And that would have been worse. Look at me! I wrangled, despite the medication shortages, I wrangled the ADHD enough to not forget an impending deadline. On this day, my brain obeyed me. Hello? Mystery door. Fine, keep your secrets. Let's go for a wander. Let's reveal some map. Give me a proper mini-map so I can tell if I've uncovered new things on the map yet. Without having to pause and reference. I don't have to simply run around and see if new icons are here. Ah, Comforting Moth, I'm glad you found another chill autistic stream to enjoy. Have a good evening. It was lovely to have you here. Yes, I must say, I talked about this on stream like a week ago. I'm not yet over the fact that about a week ago, a new 12-year-old piece of My Chemical Romance music leaked onto the internet and is just like out there. I may have spent like the whole last week it may have just been on loop, an unholy amount. I've done my best to listen to other pieces of music this past week, but that has maybe been... I'm still doing a real autism hyperfixate loop-on thing. I am in big, I found one new piece of media and apparently that's all my brain will latch onto for a while mode. It's always fun to find a new piece of, this is what the brain has latched onto media. Oh, I saw a musical the other day. I saw a recording of a Broadway musical the other day. And it might be the most baffling musical I've ever seen, with a healthy dose of ableism and the most sapphic heterosexual man I've ever seen. The musical is called Waitress, and I'm going to try and explain it to you because I need to say these words to someone, and I've decided that it is you, chat. So 50% of this musical, and I say, like, the first 25% and the last 25%, that 50% of this musical, I could give a very succinct explanation of. There is a woman, she's middle-aged, she's in an abusive relationship with, like, a physically and emotionally abusive husband. She dreams of baking pies, and maybe making that the thing that will, like, break her out of poverty so she can afford to leave her shitty husband and break the cycle of abuse. And, like, she's torn between, oops, I got pregnant, and therefore, like, that complicates getting out of the relationship. But also, you know, I'm trying to break the cycle of abuse because I grew up in a similarly abusive household. Like, my mother used to teach me how to bake pies to have an excuse to keep me away from abusive father, and I don't want my child to grow up in this situation, so I've got to win the pie contest to, like... There might be a film with Nathan Fillion in it. He's not in this musical. But, yeah, but, like, largely this is, like, I must win the pie competition to get my baby a new life away from abusive husband. And if that's what the musical was, I think that would be a very easy plot to point to. But the other 50% of this musical, like the middle 50%, that feels very unnecessary is, let's give you 3 examples of why it's fucking great to cheat on your monogamous partner that you're married to. Having an affair is great. Your partner will never find out about it. It'll never have negative consequences. And you deserve it. And I'm going to talk about 2 examples of this. That are both, like, kind of bad for different reasons. I'll start with the easy one of these to talk about, which is our main character, Pie Lady. She cheats on her abusive husband with the very nice OBGYN that's, like, looking after her during her being pregnant. And my big issue with that is purely... You're in an abusive relationship where you're afraid of, like, physical abuse from your partner. Like, the kind of partner where, like, the only reason he didn't punch you in the face is because you admitted you were pregnant to stop him hitting you. Like, she's way too fucking, like, casual and, like, not concerned about the risks of getting caught for someone in that situation. I just do not believe she would be, like, frolicking around having a carefree affair, not at all stopping to go, what if my abusive husband finds out? And he never finds out, so it's fine, but, like... The other one is the one that, like, really fucking frustrates me, which is she's got a best friend at the diner, and her best friend at the diner is having an affair on her husband with, like, her boss at work. And you want to know how she justifies that it's okay? Warning, there's going to be some ableism involved here. She is married to a man who is disabled, specifically, and the only real thing we know about his disability is that he is incontinent, and this is made a bit of a joke of through a good portion of this film. She, you know, makes jokes about her role in looking after her incontinent husband. And then at some point in the film, she has the most baffling... At some point in this musical, she has the most baffling fucking speech, which basically boils down to... Well, of course I wouldn't leave my husband. I would be a monster to leave my husband. I love my husband. You know, the fact that he's incontinent, you know, I would be a monster if I left the marriage with him over that. But I should be allowed to have a guilt-free affair with my boss because, you know, it doesn't count because my husband's incontinent. It's fucking baffling. That is not a necessary plot that this musical needed. It is a very hard musical to explain, and I have so many complicated thoughts about. Very straightforward thing that could have just been, I want to win the pie competition so I can have a new life for my baby. Just needed to have the weird 50% in the middle that is the... It's super easy to justify having an affair on your husband portion of the thing. But also, this is where I have to loop back to the most sapphic heterosexual man I've ever seen portrayed in any kind of performance. So, Pie Lady is cheating on her husband with her OBGYN, and there is a scene in which she has her legs spread apart, and there is a pie on her lower stomach, and the OBGYN is between her legs eating the pie. It's very clearly a visual metaphor for the sex they're doing. But here's the thing. I have never seen a heterosexual man, enjoy a slice of pie tenderly and with deliberate action in as lesbian-coded a way as this man eats this pie in this musical. And I wish I could show you a clip, because it's hard to It's hard to explain just how this scene, I look at it and go, was this scene choreographed by a lesbian? Did a lesbian stand on the side of the stage giving this heterosexual man notes on what to do? Because I just refuse to believe a heterosexual man had this approach. It was it's the one thing that redeemed having seen this musical, was that I am now fascinated by the most sapphic heterosexual I've ever seen. How did it end? I mean, you know, I don't think it's worth seeing. It's kind of ableist, so I don't mind spoilering a little bit. It was written by a woman, yeah, but there's a difference between written by a woman and you explained in depth to a man how to really enjoy that slice of pie. But yeah, I don't feel bad about, like, spoilering it a little bit. She doesn't win the pie competition, but her baby's born, and she looks at her baby and she's like, ah, fuck, I didn't need to win the pie competition to get out of this relationship. The desire, like, I don't need that, like, 20,000 to, like, run off and start a new life. I just need to fucking tell this man he is not allowed anywhere fucking near me. I will do anything to protect this kid. She gets out of the shitty relationship purely based on, I will not let you manipulate me now that I have this tiny life to protect, and it all sort of works out. And she has her own pie shop, and everything's great. But yeah, it was it sure was a musical that that happened. Yeah, because abusive men never retaliate. Well, that's the thing. It's she has that confrontation in a hospital room surrounded by her friends and medical staff in a way where there were too many witnesses for him to retaliate in the moment. And you just kind of have to assume that she managed to successfully get a restraining order sorted before leaving the hospital or whatever. Yeah, no, there's a whole bunch of points in this film where it's like, it does not feel like whoever wrote this film thought through properly the realities of being in a relationship with a violently abusive man who, you know, you would be afraid to have an affair with. Like, that would give you a moment's pause, maybe. Or that, like, you know, the whole reason why winning the pie competition was such a clear end goal was because it would let her just fucking run away and get some distance between her and her abuser, and that was a very clear, important goal. And it really did undercut it for her to just tell him to leave and everything is okay because of that. Yeah, it's in a world where cops take them seriously. Yeah, it's... Look, for a film that gets so much wrong about, like, the realities of escaping an abusive relationship, it sure did... Someone sure did teach that heterosexual man how to do a real lesbian performance of eating some cherry pie. Ooh, look at Varric jump up this cliff. Varric's a real good cliff climber. The woman who wrote the original film never got to see it released. Ah, well, I hope she would be happy to know of the male sapphic pie eating was done to perfection. Yes, I sometimes do enjoy rolling the dice on just seeing a musical that I have zero context for. it can be an experience for certain. I think definitely one of the more impressive ones I saw without knowing much going in was Heathers the musical. The Heathers musical it's heavy. You know, it has its imperfect moments, but it is a real masterpiece, Heathers. It is gripping in all the right ways. Yeah, for anyone who's not seen, Heathers the musical is a musical that starts off being about no, not Heathers. What? No, is it? No. What's? It's not. Is it Heathers? Yeah, no, it is Heathers. Is it? I'm second guessing myself. Let me Google fucking. Why do I have to Google this to check I know what Heathers is? Yeah. It is Heathers. I'm not panicking. So for anyone who doesn't know Heathers, Gull moves to a new school. There's a popular clique. They're all called Heather. They're stuck-up, jerky asshole people, and you know, you can try and get in their good books, but as soon as you're not helpful to them anymore, they'll throw you to the curb. Now,
so, you're Ben Hazareth.
Our new main character meets this guy called JD. He seems so lovely. He's like really into her. He's a bit of a loner, you know, trench coat wearing. You know, he's poetic. He's emotional and whatnot. And when the Heathers absolutely fucking embarrass our main character, JD decides to start murdering the Heathers and making our main character complicit in those murders. And a lot of things escalate, and eventually it culminates in a is the entire school gonna get blown up musical number that is incredibly dramatic. It has one of my favorite fucking uses of like a reprise to show progression in a narrative that I think any musical has done. Because, like, initially, there is this song called Dead Girl Walking, and the first time it is sung by our main character, it is a little facetious. It's like, I've just been socially embarrassed in front of my school peers. I'm essentially a dead girl walking. I'm like, you know, by the time I'm going to be my social life is dead when I go to school on Monday. I am a dead girl walking. And then when it comes back around at the end of the film, Dead Girl Walking is this song that is like, I am going to try and stop someone who is, like, maybe gonna suicide bomb an entire school, and I might not survive trying to stop this man from doing this act of domestic terrorism. I may not survive this. I am a dead girl walking. And, like, it's such a good use of reprise of, like, this really flippant, like, teenage understanding of, like, you know, initially when it comes up, it's like, yeah, my social life has taken a hit. That's the same as me essentially being dead. To, by the end, being like, no, I am willing to risk my life to stop this man from doing his, shitty, self-obsessed white man, mass-murdering hate crime in a school. Dead Girl Walking is such a fucking, superb bit of music.
Spies of the Kunari.
Oh, you've heard of us?
I spent some time in Kirkwall.
It must have been fun.
You could say that.
Where is the location I'm looking for? Come on, map. Tell me I'm close. Yes, Heather's fantastic musical if you have a tolerance for a musical that's going to include a number of suicide attempts or failed suicide attempts or implied suicide attempts, which is, you know, not for everyone. Not everyone's got a stomach for a musical that will involve several people standing on ledges during its runtime. Okay. Circle back to the middle. Where is the spot I'm looking for? This is probably going to be the last. Oh! Did not know the Waitress musical writer was murdered. Did not know that. That's, that is information. That sure is information. Now, I can't work out where in this area I'm meant to be, so I might leave this and come back and do some more streaming of this on Monday. Come back and do some more Inquisition. I think that's probably about where I will wrap up. Thank you very much, everyone, for watching. I hope you've enjoyed. I will be back streaming more Dragon Age Inquisition on Monday. I will be doing Monday and Wednesday streams next week, but I won't be doing a Friday stream for reasons. So you'll get 2 streams out of me next week at least. I hope you have a good rest of your day. I'm gonna go have a Cola Calippo and chill out and not be warm in my office. Rest well, all, and thank you all the new folks who came along today. It's been lovely. Chat to you all soon. Goodbye.